Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I work here at Connections as a Communicative Disorders Assistant for the Talk to Me program. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can create more opportunities for speech and language practice at home. One of the things we like to coach parents on is how to take your daily routines and tweak them so that you get more practice at home. Research shows us that children learn best in their natural environments, and they also learn best with repetition. That's why daily routines can be so great with this, because it's familiar to them, and because you do them every day, you get that practice in there. By modifying your environment at home and how you interact with your child can give you additional practice, and the more your child practices some speech and language, the more likely your child will be to actually use it. Now, this can be done in many ways. One thing we like to practice with families is called a show and wait. So this is basically if your child is requesting something and they're either pointing to it or making a sound, what you can do is label the item very naturally, pause and wait and see if they give it a try, and then label it one more time and give it to them. This creates a great opportunity to highlight language instead of just anticipating your child's need and getting it right away for them. For example, if your child was sitting at the table and they saw an apple on the counter and they wanted it, and maybe they would point to it or gesture towards it, what you could do is very naturally go over to the apple, you can pick it up, and then say, "Oh, it looks like you want an apple. Apple." And then you insert a pause and wait with your face looking expectant, like you're expecting them to possibly give that word a try. Generally, we say wait about 5 seconds, but that's very general. Some children you'd want to wait a little bit less, and some you'd want to wait a little bit more. And if they don't respond, what you would do instead is just label the word one more time. "Okay, here's your apple." And then you would give it to them. This creates an opportunity for you to highlight language very clearly and gives you an opportunity to possibly get your child to respond. So one thing to keep in mind is your facial expression and your eye contact when you're doing this pause and wait. It's really important to maintain eye contact and look like you're expecting a response in hopes that your child will say something new. Another strategy we like to use is to forget to do something in a routine or purposely mess it up just to get a response, hopefully, from your child. So an example would be I could give my child some yogurt in a bowl and give it to them, put it on the table, and then walk away, forgetting to give them a spoon. So your child hopefully will point, well, hopefully they're not scooping the yogurt up with their hands, they might do that, but they could also point to the drawer where the spoons are kept, and then you could say, "Oh, silly me, I forgot your spoon, let me go get it for you." And it gives you the opportunity to model that word clearly. "Oh, spoon, you need a spoon," and then give them that spoon. One thing I do with my children a lot when I'm getting them dressed is sometimes I'll mess up that routine in some way, and I'll put their sock on their hand, and then I'll wait for them to notice. They'll look over at me like I'm crazy, and then they'll laugh, and it creates that opportunity for me to highlight even more language. So I might work on, "Oh my goodness, silly me, that doesn't go on your hand, let's get that off. Or, "Oh, you're right, it's supposed to go on your feet, let's put it on your feet." So just, it adds some fun, and be cautious with this. We don't want to make your child think that you're tricking them or lying to them all the time. It's just a way to add some fun and hopefully increase some language. Another thing we like to talk about is using hard to operate items to your advantage. So this can be anything that your child might find difficult to use on their own and they need your help. So one thing we like to talk about is anytime something is in a container that they find a little bit challenging to open. A lot of children find Ziplocs a little tricky to open. So we're not saying you have to put everything in containers and your whole house should be Ziplocked, but if you have any of items that they would like in a container like this and they bring it to you, it adds that extra opportunity for you to model. So my child might bring this to me and then I could say, "Oh, you want it open, open." And then insert a pause and wait, and then actually open it, and then maybe take a few cars out and then close it back up again. You don't necessarily have to take one car out and close it up again, another car out and close it up again. Kind of be the judge on your own of what your child will tolerate. Generally, I would take out a few, close it up and put it away, and then if your child is requesting more, they would bring the container to you again and then ask for more, either more cars, open, help. Any of those words would be really nice. Other things that we like to utilize are wind-up toys. Can be really nice because children often have difficulty using those. And I also really like the spinner toy or something similar. Basically, you can put it on for them, And then you can do something really fun like ready, set, go, and practice that many times, and then pause and wait on the go and see if your child responds. So you can say ready, set, and then look at them, see if they respond. And if they don't, that's okay. You're still highlighting that language, and then you can say it one more time, go, and then fire the spinner. Didn't go very high, but basically my child often finds that spinner to be challenging to put back on by himself. So he would run over to it, grab it for me, bring it to me, and then I could put it back on, and then gives me an extra opportunity to model on, or okay, let's put it back on and turn, turn, turn. Just some type of word that I'd be working on. I can do it one more time with this activity. And then another one we really like to talk about is bubbles. Of course, we always talk about bubbles in probably every video. Bubbles can be really great for this because you can actually put them on really tight, give them to your child or leave them out. They might bring them to you requesting that you open them, and that gives you a really great opportunity. So I would open the bubbles, blow the bubbles, and as my child was popping the bubbles, I would put the cap back on, put it down, and see if they would request to play some more. So they could hand me them again. I would open them up and first model, open, or even more bubbles. The great thing about activities like this is you can really choose which level your child's at. It might be even to just make a vocalization, a sound. It could be a single word. It can be 2 words together, or it could even be some higher level grammatical elements. Okay, we're gonna open the bubbles. We're gonna be blowing. The last strategy I want to go over today is called bit by bit. And basically that's not giving your child all of the items that they want at the same time, but rather giving them some of the items in hopes that they would ask for more. So often my example would be if your child likes crackers or something like that, what you can often do is provide some of the crackers, maybe even like a third or a few of the crackers, and that gives them the opportunity to ask for more. And then you can target anything you want. You can say, oh, let's get you more crackers. You can do crackers. You can do, okay, let's get some more. We'll put them in your bowl. Just really, you can choose any word you want. And the thing I like to talk to parents about this strategy is that we don't want it to seem like, one, they're not going to get the item if they don't say it, and we don't really want to dole things out necessarily one at a time. I think we can appreciate if they're used to getting lots of crackers. If you were doing it for every single cracker, that might feel a little bit frustrating. An important thing to remember about these strategies is that you really don't want it to feel like withholding for your child. That's very frustrating for children and can be a lot of pressure and can add some stress to your daily routines. So I think it's just important to highlight that you want this to feel natural, and really the goal is just to add an extra opportunity to model language clearly. Even if you tweak this interaction, any interaction, and you get that one extra time where you're modeling language clearly and allowing that chance for your child to respond, that would be a success. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, if you ever have questions about your child's speech and language, please visit our website at connectwithus.ca. You can do an online referral yourself, or you can give us a call. Thank you for connecting with us.